And it did come with a spare prop. He said the one on the boat will apparently do, I think it was 67 miles with the old setup, so our motor wouldn't rev as hard. 67 miles. Apparently this one's faster. So whether we're going to find that out, I don't know. But we've got options. We might need that. We might start racing this thing. I don't know. I'm unable to work on my boat in these conditions. It's wet. So working on the big Barra boat and trying to suss this water pump. I'm going to mount it to that plate that's there, like that, and then that will run off a pulley. So he's built this pulley on it, on the idler, but it spins too fast for that pump from running from the harmonic to that at 6 grand RPM of the crank. This pulley will spin at 13,000, which then spins that pump too fast. So I have to move where this belt is driven from. So I'm gonna see if I can fiddle with this and mount it off the harmonic, because then that size at 6 grand will get it below 3,000 RPM, which I think is what it wants. Can't spin that old Jabco impeller over 3 grand apparently. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. The thing's basically there, but it's missing the coolant side, so and the cooling system, I should say. So I just went and bought a strainer and looking at how I can adapt the water in and out lines, and then that'll feed the pump, which then will feed the heat exchanger for the engine. So big heat exchanger, and then I'll pump that water back out the exhaust here, and also need to put a T-piece I think in the feed before it goes to the heat exchanger, so I can feed water to air intercooler, because that will be worth having. Pretty glad to come with that. And I also need to cool the V-drive from that pump. I'm going to tee off to the intercooler over here, and then through the intercooler, I don't know how good that pump is, but I'll try it, from the intercooler to the V-drive, because I think the intercooler won't heat soak the water too much, that then the V-drive will still get some cooling. And then I'll dump that back in somewhere as well, back out the boat. So that's the plan. Pretty glad it come with some of that stuff I need. Once coolant's on here, I need to fit a tail shaft and wiring and lots of stuff. I'll run you all through it. I'll try and keep it pretty short and sharp though, so it's not boring to watch. Fuel system as well. It's got a pump, but yeah, needs all those things done. Tune it on the water, and then we'll be laughing. Should be good. I'm pumped. So I couldn't pull the harmonic off yet, so I couldn't fit my socket between the bolt. So I need to pull the rudder out, which I've actually succeeded with, even though it was as rusty as. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I can't drop the rudder because it hits the ground. So I've got to jack it up. Boats are great. So I'm dropping off these parts. I was meant to be here tonight and filming on the lathe to make this tail shaft work. I need to take 100mm off. But it's about time. I've got Rona, so that sucks. I'm clearly really sick. So now I need to, yeah, so we've got face protection on. And I've got to go at home for 7 days. So I'm going to work on the boat. Hopefully I don't get too crook. And my machinist will fix all of my problems, make all this work to my tail shaft. While he had my stuff though, he's made a little press fit. This is nice, really. That will then sit on harmonic balancer in the boat. Oh, look at that, bolt through here. Oh yeah, and then that drives my water pump. So I should be getting the boat pretty buttoned up in this week. We'll be on the water shortly. Finally getting some work done on the boat. Made this little plate that mounts the water pump, and I'll show you how this all mounts up to the harmonic. This bolts on a bar. This mounts where the aircon goes. I've got water in, water out, water pump for raw water through heat exchanger. Finally making progress.
But you didn't die.
Didn't die, still here, still here. Talk about Rona, gets everyone. You'll get it next. Nah, I take that back, you don't want it. So, back on the boat, Riley's brought round the tail shaft, so we're going to see if that fits. After we took 100 mil out of it and rebuilt quite a few bits in it. Well, he did for me, because I wasn't there. Worked out for me. Here it is here. Similar looking to the Pintara one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this sits in it first, I think. Sits around it. It's actually a
So
nice fitting.
they've done, yep.
It all sort of centers itself.
Good stuff.
Torque to spec on the crank. So things are looking good. Doesn't line up.
We are.
Oh, we've got length, we fit.
Yeah, we just got one issue. We need a grinder.
Yeah, it hits that. I wondered if it would. Got a Boilermaker on the drill. Oh, he's giving up. He wants the welder. He's trying to cut it off. Mate, I have a drill for you.
Fixed.
There's one more.
Yeah, well, I hadn't stripped that one yet.
Oh. Man, I got this guy working. Man, I didn't know this guy was so keen to work on my boat. I haven't done nothing yet.
It's going in the water stuff, no.
I don't know if I can guarantee that.
I'll make sure of it.
Oh yeah,
As
machine fit, he says.
Just tap it in.
Should we go?
This wasn't indexed at all?
No. Did check actually.
You did or didn't?
Did. No, did check actually. That's what I mean by my surprise.
Huh?
Why don't we bolt this end and then pull it to that end?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, great thought. I'll get the bolts that was bought. Do more, Bobby. Do more. Oh, I can see a shoulder. So, we're nearly done putting on tail shaft. All done up there. Turns out, maybe I stuffed up and got the spigots the wrong way around. So I've got to take this off, machine it a bit bigger. It's quite tight. And the burner's on. So back on the lathe, fixing the little spigot issue from my tail shaft in the boat. I thought I checked both ways around, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I'll take that. That's my fault. So we're just widening this big boy up a little bit, as you can see. Needs to be 5 mil, wasn't it, Riley? Roughly. We nearly just did it in the boat, and I was just going to spin the prop. So we heat her up, and we're going to get this thing back together. And the tail shaft is going to fit, so we've got to mount that on there. That's the plan. Are my gloves going to burn off?
Nah.
Tail shaft is done. Prop shaft, as you might call it in a boat. I don't know what it's really called. Definitely supporting horsepower back here. It's got quite a few bolts in it, all high tensile. She's a solid unit. Going right down to, just doesn't look as substantial with 4 bolts compared to that end. But that's the side we made, and it's solid. And that's what I like, because I don't want this thing flying off. And I'll probably add from that bit of metal that's through the stringers, I'll build off of that and probably put a tail shaft loop on it as well, just to be safe. This is water pump mounted, not too tight hopefully, with how they run on a bit of a weird seal in there. This is how I tension the belt. I space it out with a nut, and I can thread it in and out and then put the nut hard against the head of the bolt. And it seems to actually work pretty good. Water feed in with a tap, and then the strainer, which I'll also use to put water in. So if I start it out of the water, I can just feed it water through this, which feeds the pump. And then what's left is the loom, basically. I'll probably bring it around to Dan's place, build the loom, make it pretty, get it out on the water and make it run right. That's the plan. Fuel tank's underneath there. I need to add a pump and everything up this end. I don't know how much crap's in the fuel tank. I just haven't looked yet. That's something I need to worry about. But yeah, in general, it'll get a good tidy up and it'll be a good thing. I bought this boat with pretty well all the money I've ever made out of YouTube so far. So trying to put back to my YouTube channel and start a bit of cycle going. So that's always been my aim. I want to achieve some sort of income and put it into YouTube to make videos for you guys. I do appreciate it, and we bought a boat with it. So hopefully it's a bit of fun and a bit of entertainment. So I'm keen as. Make sure you hit subscribe if you want to see this thing running, because it shouldn't be too far off. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.